All right, guys. So, know that this took place like a week ago, but we're going to talk about Jackson Cantwell. He is out of Nixa, Missouri, which is right, kind of in that Ozarks region of the country. And this is absolutely one of the best football players in this class of 2026 and could very well be a top 10 pick. He could very well be a top 5 pick if he stays healthy. Just the way that he moves inside with his tenacity. He plays the game nasty, plays the game the right way. He's unrelenting. Like, just some of these tapes are just legendary. Like, look at this tape. That's like Michael Orr, The Blind Side. He'll take somebody 40 yards down the field against their will. And right here, he's just so unrelenting. Right here, the defender thinks he's done, but it's never till the play's over. He'll play right through the whistle, and you don't have to teach that level of physicality. You don't have to teach that level of toughness. He's 6'8", so he obviously has the long arms, the prototype. He's got the long arms. He could certainly bend his body. He could certainly crash right there on like an inside zone sort of play. He'll take guys out of their way against their will. So a 5-star tackle playing in the Ozarks, like you expect to see, some of this level of dominance. And that's exactly what we see on the tape. Now, he's going to be playing, of course, against ACC guys, but he's wide and he looks nimble enough to defend, to protect the passer. And that is, what you look for in pass pro from a left tackle. And built like 6'8" like this, really impressive size. He's probably got all of the measurables. That's a great throw right there. And I love, too, we got, the patriotic logo right there. We're playing in Nixa, Missouri, the United Plumbing logo. And this guy, he just plays physical, tough football. Rugged ball. 160 pancakes is absolutely wild. And it's an interesting fit with Miami. I think Georgia would have been a great spot. I also look at Dan Lanning. I guess they had Josh Connerly. He was very interested there. When we look at the offensive line, I guess LSU is certainly a really good spot. Texas, I think Kyle Flood's a great coach. So Texas, Alabama. Going to Miami, though, with Mario, I know he was an O-line coach. Those Herbert teams that he had at Oregon, and then I'm trying to even think of, some of the guys. I guess they got Francis Maialuga, who's I think a junior who's a pretty high-level prospect that's up there too. They got a great strength and conditioning program at Miami. He's going to be playing in Shannon Dawson's scheme, which is a lot of just, defending the pass. But I want to, what's interesting is first of all, with this fit of Jackson Cantwell, is Miami going to be able to lean on people in the running game? That's something that I'm curious about. When you look at the best teams running the football, I guess that you had Boise State. Penn State's a little bit interesting kind of running the football. Michigan, for sure, certainly would have fit in at Michigan, and Michigan has great line play. And even Ohio State had an excellent year of offensive line. Now, their O-line coach, Justin Fry, he's now in Arizona, and Chip Kelly is in Vegas. So a lot of their offensive staff is no longer there. In Miami, you're probably going to have top-flight quarterbacks. You aren't playing in the SEC or the Big Ten, so you're probably going to be seeing easier competition. That could be a mark against him, as he goes through his college career if he wants. But I still think that when you look at the NFL and they're going to watch his tape and they're going to see his physical traits, if you ball out at Miami, come on, you're playing against Clemson, you're playing still some great competition. Of course, this tape, there's nothing wrong with this player. I do see the hype. 6'8", could very well be in contention to be possibly the best player in this entire class. And he goes to Miami, so an absolute steal, or just not even a steal. I mean, this is a home run get for Miami, making that big splash on the offensive line. And we're going to see if they can pair this great talent with other players too. And they're going to see, if they can compete with Georgia Tech, if they can compete, Clemson, in this ACC. So Jackson Cantwell, folks.